What is that gonna be? Well, hang on, let's go do that first. That sounds cool. I want to find out what that's gonna be first. I guess we're doing a side quest first before we do the main story stuff. When death comes to dinner. What do you think this is gonna be? Oh my god, it's the corn servant. Oh shit, we found the best stuff. We found the good shit, chat. When death comes to dinner, this usually chipper cob of corn looks oddly consternated. Well, if it isn't my dear friend Andy. I trust you've seen your fair share of adventure and delectable delights since we last met. That as well. Would that I had similar tidings to share, but in truth, these old colonels find themselves in need of assistance. I sense a belly possessed of monstrous appetite has found its way to Bayside Bevy, you see. 'Tis a hunger so ravenous it shook me to the very cob. I dare not confront it alone, but now I have you. That is, of course, assuming you would accompany me. So you'll join me then? Ah, what joy it is to bask again in the warmth of your generous heart. Once we arrive, I but need you to keep watch while I seek out the belligerent belly that cries for satiation. Corn servant is now following you. Come, corn servant, we shall find that which needs sustenance. Oh, there's talking points. We gotta talk to the corn servant. We gotta do it. The content youth. Still have a little time before work, but what to do? We met him once before, did we not? Say, don't I know you from somewhere? Yes, of course, you're the one who offered me that grilled corn. That was awful nice of you. I was definitely at my worst back then, without any prospects to speak of. But that corn was just the boon I needed. It wasn't long after that I found a new job, and now I couldn't be happier. Speaking of which, I'd better get back to it. Hopefully I'll see you around sometime. Thanks again. His belly was full with food, and his spirit with purpose. A most gladdening sight. However, he is not the one we seek. Let us look elsewhere. This is like a victory lap with all the characters we had met doing the corn servant's quests before. Say, is that not the kindly woman we met once before? Ah, it's you. My, what a time for reunions this has been. My daughter had been missing for some time, you see, but I found her in Yatsulani not long last. Most joyous yet shocking occasion, for now she's nearly as old as I am. Would that her father could see us? A pair of old maids. We're together now, though, and that's what's important. Oh, but listen to me prattling on. I'm sure you have better things to be doing. Take care, sir, and thank you again for your kindness. A heart and belly once pained, but now at peace. No doubt she and her daughter have enjoyed many a delicious corn-filled dish together. We know this fellow, do we not? You're that corn-peddling stranger from before. If you're worried about what I've been up to, you needn't be. I went and got my life together just like I said I would. Even managed to find a new job. A friend of mine put a good word in for me over at Aunt T's. So the next time you see me, I'll be grinding corn to make tasty tortillas. Be sure to swap by sometime, and I'll pay you back for that grilled corn. Did he say he'll be making corn tortillas? How delightful. Well... Looks like our last spot is here. There it is. The malign rumblings of a hunger most foul. Pray, wait here while I seek out the offended stomach. rumblings are coming from... the Pelu fellow over there. Would you go over and ask if aught troubles his mind or stomach? Okay. What, are you doing alright? I'm sorry, you want to know what I'm having? Stomach troubles? No, I can't say that I am, though I have been having strange cravings as of late. Terrible cravings for. Blood. I yearn for blood. What? Wait, this baleful hunger is not his own. He's been possessed. Leave him be, spirit. Leave him be and show yourself. Swish, swish. Power of corn compels you. What the fuck are you? Well, what have we here? A blade made sentient by a nurserant spirit, and a rather ancient one at that. Long, long ago, when the lands were barren and the people desperate, they would offer up ritual sacrifices in hopes of a bountiful harvest. The rites required the tithe of a beating heart, cut by stone blades, that supped on life force and made nascent spirits like this one that sways before us. But once people received my corny blessings, they no longer had need of such practices. The rites and rituals were buried along with their tools. Should I slay it? Oh no.
Is this how you honor the 6th house and the tribe unmourned?
Best birthday wishes on Twitch. Bone Storm. Thanks for the huge raid. Thanks for the happy birthday wishes, everybody. Bone Storm, Eris, Bone Mom, Thunder Bunny, Krungo Trigger. Welcome in, everybody. We're playing the new patch for Final Fantasy XIV, so if you haven't seen it or done it yet, you may want to avert your eyes if you're worried about spoilers. We're currently helping out the Corn Servant. Ooh, I saw you were voting on Crash Bandicoot or Cuphead. What were you playing today? I saw you were playing some Donkey Kong earlier. Bringing all these cute-ass chatters into my stream. Oh, big stretch. Yeah, so we're doing the, we found a side quest, and it's the Corn Servant. So if you played Dawntrail and you met the Corn Servant, it's the best quest chain in the entire expansion. Himself, how's it going? Urinal. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. I have a light tummy ache, but otherwise I'm doing great. Do you suppose one of your corn dishes would sate its hunger? Bacon Copter, welcome in. Let's see, which option do we choose? Let's see, we're gonna pick the corn dish. The power of corn will stop any fear. No, I fear a spirit of this nature has little interest in the niceties of corn, but there must be something that can satisfy it. I've got it. I cannot prepare aught to suit its palate, but you can. You slay all manner of beasts on your travels, do you not? Were you to take this dagger into your possession, it could then feast on the life force of your fallen foes, thereby sating its hunger. Assuming, of course, this gentleman would be willing to part with it. Corn, yeah, it's a big old lump. It's a big old lump of knobs. It's got the juice. Do the corn people eat corn? As far as I know, only the corn servant is the only corn person we know, and the corn servant is a demigod. It is a benevolent spirit of corn. Brings the glory of corn to all who need lack in sustenance. That dagger is the reason why I've been feeling so strange. Yup. Come to think of it, I'd never had such weird cravings before buying it. And insofar as to being a knife for ancient rituals, the peddler who sold it to me did say they found it in the aftermath of a landslide caused by the Great Storm. How was my birthday? It went well. We actually got something. One of my chatters, our friend Harlan Sinclair, made this for me. Watch this shit, guys. We have a oh, I think it's turned off. Hang on. I gotta open the program for it. Check this shit out. Look at this. I got a little Paper Mario character now. Yeah, there's also Brassica Prime, the cabbage god in RuneScape. There's also another food-based deity. Yeah, I have an idea for, I'm just gonna, because I wanted to stream through Paper Mario 64 because I never beat it. But I wanted to have something fun for it and was like, hey, do you know an artist that could do this? And they're like, hey, I kind of know somebody. And then turned around, I was like, hey, it's a little late on your birthday, but just in time. Happy birthday. And he sent me the parts that you needed for this. So we have a little Paper Mario PNG tuber for that now. So now we can do the, because I've got like 2 or 3 hacks of Paper Mario 64, but I want to actually finish Paper Mario 64 before we play those, because it's kind of the same thing of like, I wanted to finish SMW before playing any ROM hacks. I want to do that with Paper Mario 64. Because there's a couple really cool ROM hacks of it that I want to play, and I want to have it actually beaten the game first. But yeah, so that'd be a little fun thing to do. I've been getting some fun shit done for the stream recently. I've got some new emotes coming in, probably in like a couple of weeks. It's a good time. Oh, I think I clicked out of the dialogue box. I don't think I read that one. Given what you've learned of this spirit, you have elected to refer to it as the Death Servant. You cannot help but wonder if the blood of your enemies alone will suffice to stay its hunger. The Death Servant. This is why you do side questing, chat. Never just go in and just only do the main story. If you're gonna play Final Fantasy, do the side quests. Trust me on this one. It's good shit. It's worth it. Friend from Lithuania shared an image of an egg meal. I miss eggs. I remember eggs. I remember eggs, Gallon Fear. We can't afford those anymore. Late to the raid because I was working, but I'm here too. Kratos, how's it going? Welcome in. We've just met the Death Servant while helping out the Corn Servant. With that settled, perhaps the two of you should take a moment to get acquainted. Specify your streams. Elazon, I've streamed for... How long have I streamed at this point? Hang on. It'll be... Oh god. 68 months I've had my affiliate, and I got it like the first month I started streaming. So, 68 months? How long is that? That's almost 6 years, right? Like, that's a long fucking time. Holy shit. That's a lot. I've been streaming for a long time. Look, not all of us are of the caliber and extreme, like, just born to do this level. Some of us have to work for what we do. Some of us are not so deeply gifted and talented as people like the Bone Storm. You know, this simply one of the best streamers on the platform. It's closer to 7? Is that really closer to 7 years? Good lord. Because that only shows the 5.5. Well, that might just because it has the... I haven't added ones. What the hell? How long have we been streaming? What the fuck? Hang on. Now I'm curious. Where the hell is my goddamn... Where do they keep the subscriber information now? Where the hell is this stuff? There it is, subscriptions. How many of these things do I have now? Via LeVar, welcome in. Where is it? Bonus subscriber benefits. What is this now? Oh, that's just, they just moved that stuff to a new spot. Badges, here we are. Oh god, yeah, we can have a 6-year and a 6.5-year badge at this point. Yeah, 7 years streaming as of July 14th. So July 14th will be 7 years. Holy shit, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a long time. That's a long time. It's crazy to think that I've been streaming like longer than many people have been on Twitch. That's crazy to think about. That I've been streaming longer than many people have actually been on the platform. Uh oh, what did I do? Uh-oh. Hold, please. Chat, did you know you can play Final Fantasy XIV with a Super Nintendo controller? Apparently it's picking up the SNES controller that's plugged into my PC instead of the controller it should be. That's why we didn't have movement. Apparently it can read that as a game input for some reason. There we go. Now we're back on the PS5 controller. Go on now, don't be shy. Say hello to your new companion. My brief stint of it, I was playing with a Switch Pro controller. Yeah, I know you can get the Switch Pro controller to work through Steam to be registered by the this turns off that. There we go. Yes, we don't need that on right now. Yeah, that's the Death Serpent. Apparently it is a ritual blade that has come to life by being inhabited by a malevolent spirit that thirsts for the blood of my enemies. Swing. I do believe they've taken a liking to you. And so long as they are permitted to feast upon the beasts slain in your adventures, you needn't worry about the ill effects of their appetite. Yeah, Steam Input's fucking is incredible. Steam Input has saved me from not being able to actually play games because it just doesn't register a PlayStation controller. Yes, this is our friend the Corn Servant. Yeah, I have a purple PS5 controller is what I use, but I have all kinds of controllers. I have a 8BitDo one that I use for the Switch. I have my GameCube. I have my NES hooked up we can play on. I have my GameCube, my N64 that's currently broken, I'm pretty sure. Unfortunately, I think it's fried itself. My other Super Nintendo controller for the actual Super Nintendo, the Wii U, the Xbox 360, and the PS4. We're talking to a blade and some corn. This is a very serious game, VLFR. It's a very serious game. Serious business only here in Eorzea. Corn has the juice. A rather unexpected turn of events, would you not agree? Would that all appetites could be sated with corn, but alas, hunger is a fickle fiend, not so easily overcome. Thanks to good friends like you, however, I need not contend with such challenges alone. Indeed, I have been blessed by the fertile soils of trust and acceptance to cultivate such a beautiful friendship. This is the culmination of the Corn Servant's quest, Echo. If you did the Corn Servant quests in all the different zones of Dawntrail, this is the new quest they added today with it. We've now met the Death Servant. You're a rabbit talking to some corn. Yes. I've really enjoyed this expansion. The region of Tuliolol is based heavily on Mesoamerica, and I really like that part of like human history. So it's really neat how they've kind of like brought it in to like fit in with all of its own little cultures and stuff that it's built. Yeah, this is why I tell people, if you leave exclamation points on your game and you have not done the exclamation points that don't have the plus signs on them, you are actively missing out. You are actively leaving yourself not experiencing some of the best stories this game tells. The main scenario quest, main story quest, very good. I will not argue that the main story is not good. Main story is very good. But the real je ne sais quoi of this game, the good shit, all that delectable, yes, give me more of this. It's all in those side quests you see that don't have anything that they indicate they unlock. The ones that don't have the plus signs on them. That's where you're gonna find that delicious world building, the fun little whimsical adventures, the little fun moments you're gonna remember later. That's in those quests. Don't leave that shit laying around. You owe it to yourself to go experience the good stuff. Like the main course is very good. But no main course is complete without a side dish, a drink, a dessert. Make sure you grab all that. No longer think Kingdom Hearts is as out there as I previously had. No, Kingdom Hearts is just as goofy as this game is. It's just as goofy as all the Final Fantasies and Square Enix games are. Have you ever seen the Puff Puff massage in Dragon Quest? They're all the Square Enix games are goofy as hell. These aren't serious games. None of these games are serious. They have serious moments, but they don't take themselves seriously. And that's good because they remember they're video game-ass video games. That's why people love these games. I have little more than my cob to offer, but I should hope this will suffice as fitting payment. A decadent dish made with the finest corn. Gentlemen, behold! Corn! Yeah, it'll just be the one hoagie. I'd forgotten about the Puff Puff. Someone has. I'm still so mad Brad beat me to that emote. Brad beat me to getting the Dr. Weird emote. I love Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and I was gonna have the Dr. Weird emote, and then I went, fuck. Brad already. And then I met Brad. Brad already has the emote. Damn it. Brad B1 Behold is one of my favorite emotes. But that was one of those of like, Brad's good people. This is how I know Brad's good people. Shark does too. Yeah, if you're not following Brad Brains chat, you should do that. Brad Brains is very good people. I'm sure you've seen him around the Mario community. He's been around forever. Great dude, very wholesome guy, great emotes, good content. You should follow here too. I do recommend that. It's okay content here. I have okay content. It's all right. It's all right. Bone Storm though, you should be absolutely following Bone Storm. Now that's good content. That's good content. Brad owes me a pine cone. I think Brad owes a lot of people pine cones still. With that, I must take my leave. Until we meet again, my friend. I really hope we see the Corn Servant again sometime. I hope this isn't the last cutscene, the last quest for the Corn Servant. So we have the Death Servant now as a minion. Literally has a taste for life. And we got tacos de carne asada. Warm flour tortillas filled with slices of marinated ronique chunk that has been grilled to a smoky char. Tanking food. The pine cones aren't that good, trust me. Alright, fair. I'll give it to you. We're going to eat pine cones at SGDQ last year, but he kept ducking me. Classic Brad. Well, we got tacos. Tacos and a corn tortilla. So, for reference to where that one comes from, chat. So my best friend growing up worked at a local grocery store when we lived together in South Buffalo. And he worked in the like prepared section, like where they make the prepared foods. Well, there was a gentleman there visiting from Toronto. And yes, I say it like Toronto because I'm from Buffalo. That's how we say things here because we're like right across the river from Canada. And that's how they actually say it there. I know there's enough Canadians in here that know this. There's a gentleman that came up to the counter. I think he might have been from closer to Quebec and was like visiting like from almost like all the way up in the Ontario region. Like way up in like the borderline there. So he comes in and he walks up to the counter. There are people that say Toronto and like, that's not how you say it. It's not pronounced that way. That's incorrect. That's not how it's phonetically pronounced. Well, it's phonetically pronounced if you're normally pronouncing all the letters, but that's not how it's actually said. So he walks up and he's got like that very Quebec, Minnesota, like northern Minnesota accent. Walks up to the counter and says, "Hey, you got any of them tacos with a corn tortilla?" He goes, now at the time, he's the manager of that department. So he's the supervisor. He's telling me this story when he gets home. He's like, I shit you not, I was about to get fired that day. It took every ounce of my being to look this man in the face and tell him where to find this stuff in the store and not laugh in his face. He's like, it took me so aback because you don't hear that kind of accent around here typically. Let me get them tacos in the corn tortilla. So so fucking good. It's to this day. This happened like 10 years ago, and I still remember this. So how good this story was. Is that funny? Because it's so just not normal. So it's one of those like, what? Excuse me? Just call them hard shell boar. All right, Bernard. How did I click that? All right, let's consume the tacos. All right, let's learn our new Death Servant minion. Let's learn about the Death Servant minion. Oh, he's way back here. Yeah, so we have the Corn Servant as the minion already. At the conclusion of your travels with the Corn Servant, the corn-shaped spirit that provides sustenance to the hungry, the being quietly left one of its kernels in your bag. That kernel quickly grew into another Corn Servant, whichever regards you anxiously, worried that you might require a feed. Where there are those that endure sustenance, I will be there. So then here's our new minion. In the course of being used in ritual sacrifices to ward off famine, this ancient stone dagger awakened as a malevolent spirit driven by the insatiable hunger for life force. By journeying with you and absorbing the essence of felled fiends, it is hoped that it will be able to suppress its murderous urges. Zruntia, another sacrificial ritual. So what's with the heart? Hang on. What's with the little heart he's got? It adores us, so it follows us ever willingly. Okay, we're gonna keep the Death Servant around. Only 144k health. Well, I am playing a healer after all. Let's see, what do I have in my Gunbreaker outfit? Oh, it like almost doubles my health bar. Holy crap. My health bar like just like goes up by two times almost. 183k. That's still not very high. I'm only 705 item level. I don't do any like raiding or grinding for tomes anymore. Unless an outfit's something I really like how it looks, I don't really bother. So like I have the Neo Kingdom set, but I didn't get the other set that was available for the better tomes. Okay, I think we're good here. So let's head on out to... I think this is where the only other spot we're gonna have storytelling tonight, guys. Daggers, thanks for reminding me to brush my teeth today. Why did that not show up in my chat? Weird. Got about 193k on Gunbreaker, but I used to be in a Savage static. Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, my Hunter on WoW has like 5 million health. Where are we going here? I actually don't know where... Okay, there's the back. So the back room is where the storytelling goes. Oh, this must be... Okay, that must be the new raid stuff. So the normal mode raid stuff's probably out today too. I think that's all we have. We don't have... Hildebrand won't be out for another couple weeks. I know they haven't added the new other stuff either yet. So I don't think we just have story to do. And then the new raid things. Only played tank in FF14, blessed class. Warrior is very fun. I do like Warrior quite a bit. I think Warrior has a lot of really good armor. That's Aaronville. Reached out to a few of my childhood acquaintances, but as we suspected, only those without regulators have any recollection of Morning Queen's Fiend. Okay. Anything else have new dialogue now that we're later on? Oh, yeah, Melancholy over here is constantly hitting on me. Yeah, the new cruiserweight. We're moving up. Soon we're gonna be heavyweight champion of the world. Like Macho Man Randy Savage. Or Iron Sheik. We find the Hogan of this game. Fuck Hogan. Break his back. Make him humble. But I don't fuck your wife. I respect her too much. I'm heading to the back rooms. All right, let's get started on some story now that we're done with the Corn Servant. Oh, we gotta talk to like everybody here. Oh yeah, where's Geralt with hair? I love how every time we go somewhere interdimensional, we always meet a new Geralt. I'm Shelky baby. Fuck the Hulk Hogan. Put him in the camel clutch. Break his back. Make him humble. Okay, I loved Iron Sheik. Iron Sheik, like, since retired long before my time, but Iron Sheik and Randy Savage are, like, still to this day some of my favorite entertainers. They did such a good job, and they're genuinely good people too. Is what makes it like, all right, I don't even feel bad about liking those guys because they were actually decent people. They weren't shitheads like Hulk Hogan. We hate Hogan. Fuck Hogan. It's quite all right to say fuck Hogan here. You ever heard of the Redina Consortium? I absolutely can't stand that lot, let me tell you. So I give the Nexus Arcade a wide berth. Even the residential district's too close for me liking, so I just crash here. The only time we have found Geralt was stupid sexy Geralt in the first. Where him and Rowena end up getting married. Randy Poffa was the GOAT? Sure was. Neo-regulators. I heard the idea came from the citizenry, but something doesn't sit right. We'll look into this. Okay. Our cat boy Twink is here with us. We have too little information to draw any useful conclusions as yet. I dare say the Queen of Reason's behavior henceforth will be illuminating. Okay. Shale said that she left this machine running to process more of the data from the field station. Is it done yet? Where is Shale? We'll leave Kryl here. Macho Man Randy Savage will forever be the real American hero. Sure, goddamn right. You're goddamn right. So our potential rewards from this are tacos de carne asada, mesquite soup, creamy alpaca pasta, and broccoli and spinach saute, or a Night World silver piece. We'll probably just take the silver piece, honestly. Let's catch up on recent events. Sting is pretty good. Sting is definitely up there. I will give Sting a good moment of recognition there for sure. Sting's very cool. I thought Sting was another really good performer. It's been fun watching that stuff with Brad over the years. Andy, your timing could not have been better. If you have a moment, we have some things we'd like to share. Okay. Excellent. We'll just wait for Lamati. She should arrive shortly. Andy, glad to see you here too. It's Vuklamat! The newest of the homies. I guess unless you count the kid. The kid also counts. Speak of the devil. Let's catch each other up, shall we? Right, I'll go first if nobody minds. I've been back in Tuliolol and spoke with Kona. I told him all about the records left behind by Galulja's mother, as well as Sfine's reappearance. We decided that I should remain in the dome until things settle down more. While I'm Galulja's guardian, I'm also a foreign ruler. I'll have to take care not to appear as though I'm meddling in Alexandrian politics. That's all from me. Oh, okay. So glad AEW brought him in and gave him a good retirement run after the wet fart that was his WWE run. Yeah. Sting having a proper send-off was definitely good for his character arc as him as an entertainer. Like, he gets a good retirement run and gets that, like, all right, cool, we get to. That's why, like, I think it's really neat what they're doing with Cena. Is it's like, okay, cool, he finally gets to be the heel he never got to be, and just gets to have fun with it. I think that's really cool. As for the rest of us, we've been keeping track of this new Sphene. She's been making regular appearances before the people. And each time she does, she encourages them to become endless. Alas, much else about her remains a mystery, including why she's chosen to reveal herself now. On our end, we've confirmed that only those wearing regulators have had their knowledge of Queen Sphene's death altered. Someone must have tampered with the devices to remove any and all memories of the event. Though we haven't yet identified the perpetrator, given recent events, Sphene is the chief suspect. I think I know who the chief suspect actually is, but that's because I have fourth wall knowledge. Feel bad for the kid Cena picks on. Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, I'll give it that. He's playing into it, like, he's playing into the heel in the exact way that you would expect him to. I kind of like the idea of the jokes going around of him going around and instead of like helping out kids with Make-A-Wish, now he goes around and is like, you have cancer. He's actively giving more kids cancer. It's like, what the fuck? He's gone full heel. I've only seen like the memes and stuff on it, but it's definitely one of those of like, you can see, yeah, he's the Break-A-Wish guy now. Instead of making wishes, he's breaking wishes. And it's like, holy shit. No, Cena's always had like the really good shit talk game. And like the reason he makes a good heel is because have you ever seen him like rip down someone when he needs to be like that guy? He's not like a dickhead heel. He's like disappointed dad heel. He comes in and will tell you everything you do wrong and why you can't live up to what he is. Like normally where he's like gonna hype you up and be the hype man, when he needs to be that guy that's gonna like just tear you down, he's that like head coach that knows what you're capable of and is like, I know what you can fucking do. And the fact that you can't do it proves to me that you're not fucking ready for this. And just rips you down piece by piece to where you can't shit talk back because he's not shit talking you. He's straight up ripping you apart and pointing out every fault and flaw you've ever made. And why, because of those faults and flaws, that's why you can't ever be what he is. And he just is like actively aggressive, and it's like, holy shit. Man comes in and pulls no punches. It's brutal, but it actually makes a really interesting story arc. I really want to see it be where like it gets to the end and like the whole thing was just it comes into where like at the end it's kind of like the Majin Vegeta thing, and at the very end he just comes back and like immediately comes back to being a face and turns on the guys around him and then just takes them all down and just like, all right, now I'm retiring. I really hope that's kind of what it is, because it would be like the most fitting John Cena arc that they could possibly do. And it would be fun. It would be a really fun and like entertaining thing. Everybody remembers the Majin Vegeta run and how he breaks out of that. Like that's all really super neat. I think that would be a really cool and like fun storytelling for it. Many believe that the Queen of Reason is alive and well. Remember her funeral as a memorial for those lost in the attack. Needless to say, this has proven confusing for those with more accurate recollections. We'll carry on with our investigation. I'll head to Earth and Sky now and coordinate with our people there. There's one other matter, the highlight of this gathering, you might say. We'd like you to meet a certain someone. By all means, where's this person now? In the break room. She's unwell and your stolen Alizé have been tending to her. They'll be able to explain things. I want to see how she's doing, so I'll come too. Who? Where's the smoke? Where's the Snoop Dogg? Who? Break room is at the end of the hallway through that door. We can go whenever you're ready. There's a whole nother room in here, I found out. Why has no one told me this room existed before? Much as I'd love to join you in the break room, I'd rather not overwhelm our guests with too many new faces. Better to keep investigating the activities of our new Sphene. Okay. Alphino and Aaronville have taken it upon themselves to attend to the people of Alexandria. Full many are still struggling to deal with recent events, and they hope to make a difference by lending them a sympathetic ear. Who? Alright, who do we think is in the room, chat? Who's our mysterious visitor? Am I gonna need like a dun dun dun? Oh, look at all the different paneling that's up, so that you gotta obfuscate the shit out of this. Oh, my eyes got big. My jaw has dropped. There's another Sphene. It goes like, I know. I'm a knower.
What is she doing here?
That's a great question. How is she here is a better question. This is the Space Ghost Coast to Coast. You're supposed to be dead. And you're supposed to be dumpster diving for food scraps, you six-piece chicken McNobody. Now get out of my chair. We bred another nice. Why are we not seeing... I can see them in my activity feed, but they don't show up in the chat anymore. That's weird. Yeah, I also quite loved... Okay, that must be Twitch then. Okay, so then it's not just me. That's just Twitch is broken. Okay. Very functional website, chat. I'm almost done with the new MSQ. Gotcha.
We just heard she was busy spreading talk of becoming endless among the Alexandrians. What's going on
I guess
here?
this explains the cutscene at the end of the last patch where Y'shtola was kind of like noticed something off screen. Apparently I didn't kill her hard enough.
She is not who you think she is.
Oh, okay, so this is the other Sphene. So now there's two.
Not the Queen of Reason, who
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
but an individual of flesh and blood, possessed of a soul.
The one of the guys from the Separatists in episode 1. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Y'shtola is wife. She just knows things. Yeah, that's the. I traded my eyesight for the ability to become the locus of all knowledge.
We chanced upon her in living memory, but she collapsed before we could exchange words. We decided to bring her here for now.
Huh. Well, look at that.
Her body was suffused with lightning ether, which caused a debilitating paralysis.
But that's why we have Angelo.
Y'shtola reached out and informed me of her condition, and I came with a proxy as fast as I could.
Yes. We have Angelo to solve this problem.
Treatment was effective.
We need 50 cc's of Angelo. Stat!
Judging by her appearance, the circumstances of our encounter, and her extreme
I think the
ethereal
Porksies are my favorite goofy MacGuffin to solve a problem in the storytelling that I think I've ever seen come up with.
I am all but certain that she is the one from whom the Endless Sphene was created. The original Queen Sphene of Alexandria.
You know, this continues to get more and more complicated as we go through it.
What? But how can that be possible?
I feel like before they started building this zone for this expansion, the entire storyboard team went and played through the Metal Gear franchise. Wait, this is the real big boss? Yes, and this is Zero. It all started with him.
The real Sphene died of illness 4 centuries ago.
Apparently that was a lie. Cover up.
I died.
Of course, that's the moment she wakes up. The sex spec hasn't been gay. It's true. The sex spec does not have enough gay in it yet. It has a good amount of gay, but not enough gay. It's hard to reach the levels of gay that Metal Gear or Yakuza reach, though. Like, that's a caliber above every other video game that exists.
Whatever do you mean?
Well, you see, it turns out death is not so permanent as one might believe. If there's one thing I've learned in 10 years of traveling around this planet, and several other ones that turns out that are parallel universes to this one, things are harder to kill than you would think. And things that stay dead, that die, tend to not stay dead for some reason.
I am not dead. I'm not.
Close to it, but not actually.
What is this place? Where is everyone? Otis.
F's in chat for
and
Otis.
Zelenia.
F's in chat for our boy Otis.
And who are you people?
F's in chat for Otis. The Steiner of this game. Taken from us too soon. I'm only mostly dead.
Calm down. We mean you no harm. You've been unwell, and it wouldn't do to strain yourself. Please, help me. I don't understand any of this.
Well, we're 400 years in the future. You were, legally dead for most of that time. And a lot has happened. You're going to have to sit down, that you're already doing, and we'll go slow.
Of course. But if I might confirm some things first. You are Queen Sphene of Alexandria, are you not?
Yes. Yes, I am.
And ere you awoke here, you were in another unfamiliar place. Is that correct?
I opened my eyes and saw a strange, dark room. Outside, there were towering buildings, clad in electrope.
Has anyone noticed how strange it is that, for whatever reason in this game, they immediately jump to deep experimentation on humanoid beings? Like, every time technology advances in this game, it's like, yo, what if we did experimentation on people? Dude, that would be fucking rad, wouldn't it? Like, Jeff, what's wrong with you? What the fuck? What the hell? What?
You slumbered at the heart of that city for many years, within a facility called the Meso Terminal. Many things have come to pass during that time, some of which you may find upsetting. Are you sure you wish to learn of them?
Well, fun fact. Your kingdom's gone.
In that dark room, there was an electric casket designed to preserve its occupant in cold stasis. Until the terminal and its systems were recently shut down. That was where you were kept, in all likelihood. Since the time of the Old Kingdom. For 4 centuries.
What? Do you speak true?
It's been 400 years.
I've been asleep for that long. 400 years.
It's one hell of a nap.
Our records say that Queen Sphene succumbed to the rampant lightning energies unleashed during the storm surge. But it seems the truth is rather different.
Veg. the big sleep. Well, now we gotta talk to everybody. This is why it takes so long to get through the story, guys. What would Otis do if he were here? What can I do? Yeah, gotta think of what would Otis do. Original Queen Sphene. We'll tell her what she wants to know, then we'll decide what we need to do. We turned up her chamber when we searched the Meso Terminal. Safe to say, none of us had anticipated this development. Yeah, this was not in the bingo sheet. So we do have bingo today, chat. We do have bingo. It is new patch day, and I found this in one of the various discords. And we have a dying in Final Fantasy 14 bingo card. So playing through the new patch content, we can see if we're gonna end up getting a bingo while doing combat stuff. Some of these I don't actually know what they are, to be honest, even in all the years I've played the game. So like Tiles PvP, I guess Tiles PvP must be getting killed by some other player's mechanic. Hands PvP is probably a similar thing. Took the wrong ice bridge is a fun one. The ones that are like super like common to have happen for sure. The hearts from Honeybee Lovely. Oh, this is the dash abilities. This is White Mage, Pictomancer, and Dancer's Blink. So you blink yourself off of the map, which I don't think I've even done on all my years of playing a Fire Mage in World of Warcraft, because I'm not bad. This, however, the free space is stood in the bad. That will almost always guarantee happen. Needed to get knocked back, but... Did not see the Lalafell during spreads. A sudden case of Zoomies. Whoa, how'd that wall get so close? Yeah, I think all of these are pretty pretty valid. The few deaths I had that I don't think was any of these, really. Maybe we don't get a bingo then. We might not get a bingo then. But yeah, we have bingo just in case. The treatment may have been effective, but the road ahead for her remains uncertain. To wake up alone in the distant future, and seemingly by no choice of your own, you can hardly blame her for reacting as she did. Long ago in a distant land, I, lightning lord of death and destruction, spent forth an unspeakable evil. One death was when the healers stood in the bed and wiped, and then we had to go stand on the outer rim of shame. Do not believe that you are lying, so please, tell me everything that has happened. Everything. Okay. Many hours later. Let us do so with care, lest we cause you undue strain. Now, while I should take, like, more of us to assist, isn't it practical to gather everyone, so I will summon Graha, Tia, and Kryl for now. Okay. New cutscene. Laser toxic. Yeah, Aku and Samurai Jack is one of my favorite things. Many hours later. And then I went and we fought, and you had a really cool big robot mech suit, and the fight was really hard to read, but it was really cool otherwise. A lot of cool spectacle. And then I won, and then we're here.
I know this has all been a lot to take in, but how are you feeling? Physically, I mean.
Much better now, thanks to Yashtola and Alisei's ministrations. In fact, I can scarcely remember the last time I felt so hale. I know not how to repay them, not only for coming to my aid, but for telling me about my kingdom besides.
I don't think they're ones to keep score. Isn't that right?
Y'shtola is the motherly sort. Oh, these are all really good options. I gotta go with the Y'shtola one. Every time we get the Y'shtola ones, we gotta go for the
He's
Y'shtola
known those two
options.
for a long time. You can trust in his judgment. Besides, you help to prove that their treatment works here as well. With this success, they'll be able to help others in Alexandria who suffer from the same illness. Few things could make them happier.
We can cure the lightning
I
sickness.
see. Full glad am I to know that we may cure the affliction after so long. So very long. I steeled myself, having been warned, but it's difficult to come to terms with everything.
Sphene? Maybe going out and seeing it would help. Alexandria as it is now.
Great idea. There's no substitute for seeing things with your own eyes.
I love how direct a bunch of the characters are in this story, in this portion of the storytelling. Like in this expansion, like the characters are very, they're very. This is the thing I understand. Is the thing I can see. We need to do that thing. They're not the deep introspectives that we had in previous tellings. That's very, very cathartic and very refreshing to have that more. We take action first. I like that. I really like that storytelling. The thing looks like a giant sock puppet. It's they're like lizard people. They're like big humanoid lizards. They're kind of cool. The Mamulja are a neat race. I like them.
That said, there is a chance that you'll run into the other Sphene. Still want to take a look, even so?
It would be a lie to say I do not feel anxious, but I wish to walk among the people, to hear their voices and learn about their realm.
We'll be your escort. I'm pretty good at it, it turns out.
Truly, I would be honored.
Then allow us to show you the sights.
Thank you, Wuklamart.
Seekers of Eternity. You can't see it, I'm sitting in front of it, sorry. We'll give Sphene the grand tour. Sphene asked me not to call her by her title. I understand why, but it feels strange. Okay. Thank you as well, Andy, for your kindness. The Endless Sphene. You knew her, did you not? Yeah. It may take time for both of us to come to terms with this situation, myself especially, but I recognize that I must. I may still be here, but the world I knew is gone. Oh, the reward selection isn't different. That's new. They changed that. Memories of a bygone age.